So Genesis chapter 8 ends on a very somber note, that everything on the dry land in whose nostrils was the breath of life died. That's Genesis 8:22. That God blotted out every living thing that was on the face of the ground, human beings and animals and creeping things and birds of the air. They were blotted out from the earth. Only Noah was left. And we should say Noah and his family, remember, and those that were with him in the ark. And the water swelled 150 days. So this is really awful. It's an awful moment in the Bible. And then our verse for the day is chapter 8, verse 1. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and all the domestic animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind blow over the earth, and the waters subsided. One of the great phrases in the Bible to me, but God remembered. One of the worst feelings to have in life is to feel like you've been forgotten. It's bad enough to feel like you've been forgotten by family members, by friends, and as painful as that is, I would argue that it's even more painful to feel like you've been forgotten by God. Conversely, it's a wonderful thing to be remembered by family, by friends, whether that's simply in being included in plans or someone sending a note or celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or something like that. It's very nice to be remembered. And if it's nice to be remembered by people, how much more special is it to be remembered by God? And that's one of the messages from Genesis chapter 8. God remembered Noah and everyone and everything with him in that ark. And God sends the wind to start drying out the land and the earth. And really in Genesis chapter 8, as the flood subsides, it's almost like we have a second creation story, and that we're starting all over as land is emerging from the watery chaos, just as it did in the beginning in Genesis chapter 1. And so Noah and all the animals and everything, they all finally get to come out of the ark in Genesis chapter 8. And so I just would encourage you, especially those of you who may be feeling forgotten by God or by your family or by friends who had once been closer than they may now feel to you. God remembers you. God sees you in your situation, in your home, wherever you are. God hears your prayers, and God has not forgotten you. And God still holds you close to God's heart. And I pray that knowing that God remembers you will be an encouragement to you this day.